I think that this is the happiest that I've ever been in any home I've ever lived in. The size of the house is not what makes your home, it's what you have in it and who's around you and what kind of love flows. I wanted the 6-foot porch that Dirksen offered, even though that it took up some of the space from my interior, because I felt like it would give a little access to my dog Lola, who loves to have that door open and come in and out and play. Hi there, welcome in to my home. It's a little over 600 square feet and it's all open concept. I wanted it to be open so that I would have easy access in my older years and that I could also have a visual of everything that was going on in the home. My house is filled with treasures from my youth. Almost all the furnishings are from my childhood. They were my grandmother's or my mother's or family members. I have all their china and silver that had been packed away for generations. Behind me here is my kitchen. I really think that it's the pride of my home. I bake cookies, not only a hobby, but for my income. And I do approximately 10 dozen a week, which means in this small space that some people think I wouldn't be capable to put out that. I do a lot of baking. One of the only things that I bought brand new for my home were these appliances. And that was one of the things that I said I had to have. And it's been worth every penny. I love them. I had these little cabinets that I got at a thrift store. I thought this one was really interesting because the back of it had on it that it was made by someone's uncle for their wedding in 1962. So I put it to use with all my sprinkles for my cookies. And I think that their uncle would have been proud to know that it's still in business. I don't think that I could do it without this island, which I spend probably 80% of my day standing next to. But it was actually a coffee table that I got for $40 on Facebook Marketplace. And we took the top off, put it against 2 cabinets from Lowe's that we paid, I think, $10 each for. So it was $20 for the 2 cabinets. And then I took the trim off of the coffee table, and that's what we used to put on top of the cabinets to give them a more vintage look. I love my table linens. I love to keep my table set pretty. And I usually eat my meals there too, even if I'm alone. I think it's good for you to do that. It's a lot better than just to have a meal at a chair. It makes you feel like you're important. As you walk on into here in the center of my house, this is what I have as my living room. I have this big sofa, so if we have guests, I can even accommodate a guest. It makes a good sleeper also. I wish I would have put in a real wood fireplace, but they convinced me that this was better for me, and really it is. I don't have to work at it. It looks like a fireplace, so I'm very pleased, and it does provide a source of heat. And my TV, since it's in the center of my house, I wanted it to look pretty, so I made the frame out of the trim from Lowe's and put that around it, and then I put pictures up there and use that for different decor. And back here is my bedroom. It is open. Some people would have a problem with that. I don't. It's my house, and I enjoy all of it, and that's what I like. The furniture that I have right here was my childhood furniture. I've had it since probably I was 10 years old, so it's been around. It was in storage for quite a while, and when I came here, I decided it was coming in here with me. My headboard I got on Facebook Marketplace. That was one of the things that I think was my greatest find. I paid $100 for it, which was steep for me to pay, but we later looked into it and found it on the internet for I think it was over $5,000. So I thought I got a good deal on that one. Again, I like my bedroom open. I keep my windows open. We're out in the middle of the woods. We're surrounded by the National Forest, so I really don't have that many people that come around. And it's just almost like you live in a tree house. Back here is the only room in my home, and it is my closet, my bathroom, and my laundry room. This is my closet, and I built it out of the shelving units from Target. Bottom is drawers, which I keep my sweaters in, and then I have 2 of the shelves that I put racks in for my clothing, which works out perfectly for me. This again was my childhood dresser. I use it to store jewelry, accessories, hair products, makeup, all those girly things that you need. The whole thing is like my vanity, I guess you would say. I have a gallery wall that has more memories, paintings that my mom did, and little trinkets from my lifetime. This side is my bathroom. I love my bathroom. My tub was something that I had to fight for because no one really wanted me to have that tub. I love it. Don't give up. My mirror is a mirror that's been in every bathroom of every home I've ever lived in my entire life. I've hauled it everywhere. Also, this chandelier has hung in every home I've ever lived in. My toilet was given away by a church that was getting new plumbing, so they gave away their toilets, and that was that one. And then I store all of my extra items in baskets and suitcases. Everything is mismatched in here. It's just the joy of finding beauty in older things and repurposing.